Ha! I forgot to turn my mic on. That's why there's no sound. Just not a good day for me and my technology. That's why there's no. There's sound now. Oh man, the day started out not well, but that's the way it goes, man. This ain't the first time I've had troubles with not being able to do the live stream uh, on my from my drone. It's not the first time, no siree. Probably won't be the last either. Rick Halbert, good morning, buddy. How you doing? You doing all right? Kaz, Mrs. Mars, good morning or good evening to you, ma'am. I am well. Yes, yes, I am. Well, just waiting for people to come in. I'm gonna send out some invites and yeah, Rick, it's kind of been a tough morning. I bought a new iPad and I was trying to and good morning, Tomas. Instead of getting ready like 2 3 days ago, putting on flying the drone with it and stuff, getting it all set up, I should have done that a couple of days ago. But you know what? I just assume it's going to work, right? It's an iPad. It's an Apple product. They always work. Not so much. It's not that the iPad's bad or anything. It's just I haven't figured out all the settings yet and stuff. But anyway, it is what it is. And I'll work through it as always. Oh, man. Well, I am down in my weight. I am below 330, or I'm sorry, 330, 230 pounds. I'm below that. Yesterday I weighed myself. I weighed 228. It's a new low. But today I was up about a half a pound. So I was back up to 329. And that's the way it's been going. I'll go down, hit a new low. I'll go back up. But it's still going down, and that's the important thing. So anyway. Brent Nunley. Good morning, buddy. How you doing? No. Like I mentioned earlier, I hope everybody's weekend started out pretty good. I know you folks down there in Australia have probably already you're into your Saturday already. Well into your Saturday, actually. So, oh, thank you, Kaz. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tomas. You too, buddy. So, but anyway, while we're waiting for people to come in, I really ain't got a whole lot to say, but I'll figure something out, I'm sure. But well, it looks like, well, speaking of the sunrise this morning, as it turns out, where the eastern horizon there, where the sun usually comes up at, it was covered with clouds, and so even though the sunrise was supposed to be at 6:18, it probably would have been 6:22 or something like that. It would have taken a few minutes for us to even see the sun, but the clouds were coming this way anyway, so we may have never even seen the sun. But that doesn't fix my live stream problems, and it's certainly not an excuse. But anyway, so let's see. Let me look through the chats, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Timeless Truths, hello. Brent Nunley, hello. Just Rick Halber. Mrs. Mars, Tim Jackson, Tomas. Welcome. Well, hello.
Hi, Rodney. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Ari. How you doing, brother?
Oh, be careful asking that question, mate. I might actually tell you, and then your channel would get banned.
Well,
I'm not joking. I'm here hiding.
I retract my question then.
Yeah, just suffice to be say that I'm here hiding from reality.
Well, I think we all kind of do that sometimes. I mean, that's why I do this live stream, because I'm hiding from reality.
I thought live streams were reality. Okay. Hey, Tom, and hey, Ms. Kaz, and Rick, and Brent. Hey, guys. I hope everyone's having a better day than I am. And Tim Jackson's here too. Tim Jackson's always here.
Yeah. And speak of the devil, we get the monster himself.
Yeah, there he is. Remember, Rodney, we're jointly responsible.
I'm sorry?
We're jointly responsible, Rodney. And I mean, I may have upgraded his computer and helped him with his link and everything, but you're the one that told him who I was and where to find me.
How you doing, guys?
I figure if anybody's going to have to suffer, I mean, I suffer from a long distance. So if somebody's going to have to suffer, they might as well be close to the man.
Yes, yes. Well, look,
and you are. So there you go.
Thanks, buddy. You share. It's like my grandfather. True story. His 50th wedding anniversary fell on the day that Charles and Diana got married. And they were up in Western Queensland, out in the outback. And they were invited to attend the Country Women's Association, which is not usual for a man to be invited, but he was invited as well. And there was hundreds of people from hundreds of miles. And my grandfather got up there and gave a speech in front of all the ladies, which I don't remember at all. But one of the little gems was that he thought that marriage was a wonderful institution and every young man should be married at the age of 15. And the women, of course, cried that down. And he said, yes, there is not a single valid reason any of you can give me why I should be the only one to suffer.
Hey, I want to say good morning to Kevin, Daddy of 13, and Blind Neil, and Peter Carroll.
Hey, Peter.
Hello, everybody. Am I lagging at all tonight?
What was that, Tim?
Oh, God. Am I lagging again tonight?
I can't hear you, Tim.
Oh, here we go.
You're a cruel man, Rodney Bell.
It's like pick on Tim night every time I come on to a live. And that's why
Tim, you got to understand, you're the new guy.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And when you're the new guy, you're going to get picked on.
Yeah.
You might as well get used to it.
Oh, yeah, I am now. Oh, yeah.
He's got to get on his roof again to put up a new antenna, Rodney. I want to be up there to film that.
Oh, man.
No.
I wish I could be a dragonfly or something and watch.
No. Hey, you know what? This is a funny story. Ari, you remember what my first antenna, I put it out right out there on the corner and brought it in?
Yep.
I hooked one of them up today just for the heck of it. And I'm getting 13 up and 15 down.
Don't want to know. Don't want to know. Don't tell me. La, 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 la. I can't hear you. I cannot say. This is the problem. The higher the frequency, the less predictable it is.
Yeah. Now, Rick Harper is starting.
Hey, Mike Kenny. Hello.
Yeah, Mike. Sorry, Rodney.
It seems some people aren't getting the notification. Mike Kenny said he just didn't get a notification, and Dennis just texted me. Dennis Lovelady just sent me a text saying he didn't think I was live.
I didn't get a
either.
notification for this. I did get a notification for your last attempt at the live stream this morning, which I logged into, and of course it dropped out. And then it still showed you as being online doing that for another 20 minutes after that. And I haven't received the notification that you're online now yet.
Wow.
Just read it a little.
So, man, I tell you what, this morning was, I bought an iPad mini, 5th generation, thinking, and I don't know why I thought it would all just work, right?
It should.
I didn't fly the drone at all after I bought it. So what I should have done was gone out yesterday and done a test run to see. Mrs. Mars got a notification. So, and
it's favoritism. The ladies get a notification.
Yeah.
Rodney, I don't know why the iPad mini's dropping out for you. Obviously it's a bit of a pain going through the initial setup with an iPad when you first set them up, even before you put the drone software on them. But once you get it done, they're generally pretty good. I guess some of my luck rubbed off.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go out and play with it here in a little while, and I need to start flying my drones a little bit more often anyway. And hey, Ron, how's it going, brother? And hopefully I'll be able to get it worked out. I've got a test channel that I use to test things with, so I'll probably be on there.
I take it that you've got pretty good cellular coverage where you live, Rodney?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got, 5G wireless, and I'm sitting right out here on my back door on our deck. And
is it a 5G iPad mini, out of curiosity? Because out here you only get them in 4G.
I don't know if it's a 5G. I know it's a 5th generation of mini iPad, but I don't know if that means it's a.
No, it just means it's a long. Hey, Dennis, good to see you.
Hi, Dennis. It should be compatible though, shouldn't it, Ari?
Well, yeah, it should. It just. I got it through Verizon, so I have both wireless and cellular, and I'm just kind of wondering if maybe the wireless, me being connected to my home network and being connected to the cellular system, maybe they were conflicting with each other and causing that. So what I think I'm going to do is just turn off the wireless portion of it when I do my live stream and see if that helps.
It can't hurt.
I would
always turn off everything I'm not using. I even leave my personal phone in the car away from me when I'm flying. But that said, even if I'm flying out of the backyard here, I generally always switch over to cellular. And I leave the Wi-Fi on, and it behaves for me. But then again, hard to say.
Yeah.
Ron, who's your daddy?
Okay. There's a story here. When Brent asked Ron, "Who's your daddy?" Morning, bud, you survived. Ron Lockwood, there's a story there, and somebody needs to let us know what that story is.
Well, let us just say that your stream is never going to draw the views that Matt North did this morning, and whether or not that had anything to do with Ron walking around Sturgis live streaming from his phone and the various eye candy that may have been seen at that time.
Oh, man. Jesus.
I guess that's something else I'm going to have to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got no notification, Rodney. I had to go to your channel to find this live stream.
Oh, my goodness. Some other people didn't get any notices either. In fact, Mike Kenny said he didn't get a notification. So
we found you.
Yep. I went on Facebook and then I saw that and I was like, he must be alive. I went back to you.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
That's why I put a blanket on this chair. Don't you like
I
this
missed
blanket?
I missed your live stream this morning, Dennis. I was having a shower while it was on. So what did you sing today? What was the top 10 pops today?
Oh gosh. I God bless the USA, but I cheated on the words for that.
You sang my song?
You did Georgia too, didn't you?
Yeah, Georgia. Gosh, I don't remember. Where's my book? Here's my book.
That
Where
poem
we
at
would
the
like
end
to
was
be.
kind of cute.
7
Where
Spanish
would like to
Seven
Without
Spanish
yet
Angels
another
for
version of
Mr.
Georgia.
Mr. Tim Jackson. I also sang Happy Birthday to the man.
Well, you know, Ari, Tim, I have requested songs for both Wendell and Dennis,
Yeah.
and you know, they don't come through for me. So
Yeah, well, I asked for High Noon, and Dennis had the hide to tell me that he'd never heard of High Noon.
I know the movie.
Yeah, well, it's the theme to the movie, so you're close.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Ari, did I show you? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I think I have. Rodney, this is what Rick Halber sent me, and it arrived on my birthday.
yeah, I think I saw that the other day. I saw that. That's
Yeah.
not
Beautiful. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. That's
I
good.
sang the Rose.
Yeah, it was so ironic that it ended up on my birthday. That was pretty
Is that
cool.
the one that you were complaining it wasn't big enough to hold your beer?
It holds a beer. It holds. It's a.
and you know, for Tim, that's not enough.
No,
If-
I happen to know what he's drunk this week, Rodney.
If Tim's cup doesn't hold a keg, then he's not happy.
Oh, I drank more than a keg this week, but I'm recuperating. I've been drinking lots of water. I may drink a beer. You see me drinking a beer, but after this, I'll drink a glass of water. I'm recuperating. Believe me. Oh,
Beer with a water chaser.
yeah. And my vitamins, I started them up Friday. Oh man,
Good deal.
I have to recuperate
Oh.
before.
See, here's one of the cups that Rick Halber sent me,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not.
and he sent me another one, and it's taller than this, and it has a picture of one of the destroyers I was stationed on, at USS Preble.
Oh, really?
And this is the second mug he sent me, and then the USS Preble one was the third mug, and then he sent me a Navy mug that's kind of like my cup. Speaking of my cups, have you gotten your package yet?
Nope, it hasn't arrived. That's what's weird because I don't know, like Rick's arrived on my birthday, and
So,
I think you sent it out before.
Tim, whose shirts do you have?
None.
You don't have any shirts. What's your size?
Large.
Large.
You're large.
Because these guns, you know what I mean?
Oh, those
No.
guns, yeah.
Hey, Dennis,
Already knows.
I take a 3XL.
I don't have shirts. I happen to have a shirt
You take a 3X. You don't look that big, brother.
that
Come on.
somebody left in my car, and
Oh yeah.
but it's an XL, and it's looking for a home. I can't use an XL, and anyway, I have 2 of those shirts.
I can use an XL for a 90.
Who's shirt? Oh, it's Joan Bum's shirt, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And I think I know who that belongs to.
It doesn't belong to Wendell.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh no, because he wears a large.
Yeah.
In fact, his stuff should be coming here shortly too. Wendell, if you're out there, I had it sent to your house instead of. So I'm not going to be delivering it in person, but you're still more than welcome to come down here.
You just broke a Martin guitar, Ari?
Yeah, I did.
How did you break it?
Well, I didn't actually personally break it. Let's just say a flying object collided with it in the bedroom and punched a hole through the top.
Oh,
And this is the
man.
one that bought me.
What model Martin is that?
DC Aura GT. Only 300 of them, mate. It's the one they bought me when I was diagnosed as terminally ill. So it hurts.
Wow.
I am literally here hiding because if I don't, I would be raving and raging around the house.
Oh,
Anyway.
man. My brother had
Wow.
I think it was 75th anniversary Martin. Is it 75th? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, no, it'd be 175th.
Okay.
They
Anyway,
were formed
he had,
1833.
yeah, this was probably 20 years ago or so. Would it still make sense?
Yeah, probably. They were founded in 1833, so work it out from there. It's
Okay.
the oldest guitar company in the world.
That's probably right. Anyway, it had inlaid mother of pearl on the frets, and it had gold plated tuner pegs, right? And just so much special about that thing. It was stolen from him. That was a valuable guitar. So I really feel sorry for you about that, Martin.
Yeah, it's a bit of a blow, but anyway, I shouldn't have I wasn't going to mention it, and I shouldn't have put it in the chat. But there you go. I should have remembered you never miss anything, Dennis.
That one. I see Martin, and my eyes open up. I
gave my Gibsons away to my kids. You know, I had 14 or so. And then over the last few years, because you can only play so many, and why wait until you die? You don't get to see the joy of them. And I'm not well off either. That's just 49 years of playing, and I never sell a guitar.
I understand.
So I gave away everything except for 3, and that was the last acoustic that I kept. Yeah, anyway. That's life.
Stop thinking about it.
Is it reparable?
Look, it might be, but it's never going to be the same, and I can't bear to look at it.
Wow. To change the subject, how did your daughter go with the job?
So how did she go with
The interview.
Oh, well, that's Chloe.
Yep.
Usual story, mate. She presented well at the interview and did well, and they told her that she'd done well. And if you hear from us within a week, you've got the job. And if you don't hear from us, we're just rude. Maybe I'm still.
Hey, good morning, Wendell.
She'll get it.
Hey, Wendell.
Hey, Wendell.
Petersburg. Hello, Wendell. How are you? Where is Ron now?
I think he's doing the Sturgis thing.
Is he still there? I thought he was leaving.
I don't know. He might be, I guess, but I know Jim Boyd was supposed to be up there with him. Hey, Ron, did Jim ever make it?
Nah, he never did. He was waiting on his medication.
Oh, man. Hey, Wendell, since you're in the chat, you should be getting your stuff here shortly. It's in the process, so I just had it directly mailed to your house. So
I'm still waiting for the case that holds 6 batteries for the Zoom. They said they sent it out July 28th, and it's still not here.
No, just do what I do, mate. Buy a Pro as well, and you keep 3 batteries in one bag and 3 batteries in the other, and you take it with you. Decide which one you want to fly.
Well, I flew all 9 batteries this weekend. With the
Now
Zoom.
that I've just spent another $4,000 for Tim.
Yeah. So 3, 6. I flew the Mini, the Zoom, and the Air 2 this week. It was nice.
And I hear that the trial Lychee for the Mavic Mini has been released. You can go to their website and sign up for the evaluation program, and they'll let you have a link to the software.
Really?
Yes. So that would tell me that we should see support for the Mavic Air 2 before the end of the year.
Are you aware of Drone Link?
Yeah. I saw that from Drone Worship.
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot all about Drone Link. I don't even think I have the link anymore.
I sent them my 20. It's dronelink.com.
DroneLink.com.
I sent them my $25 and got my account started, but I haven't done anything with it since then. That was a couple of days ago.
And that gives you waypoints. Yep, for the menu.
Yeah, I want to try the app. Drone Worship, Dan is really sold on it. So, and trust what he says about these kinds of things. So
I've spent a lot of time learning lychee, learning how to get it to sing and dance and do exactly what I want. I'm at the stage now. I can program it to do a complete flight run, all the angles, all approaches, the orbits, the points of interest, the whole thing.
Yeah,
And
I still have my account. Sorry, Ari.
that's all right, mate. I'm too lazy to learn another one. Yeah, Blind Neil, I'm with you. I feel sorry for kids today. They apply online, 1 to 10,000. They get a preliminary interview, a follow-up interview, and maybe a final interview. I'm sure it was the same for Rodney and Dennis when we were kids, and you, Tim, went in for an interview, put your best foot forward, and you knew when you walked out the door whether you were starting on Monday.
Yeah,
Right.
I was different though. When I was a kid, you know what I did? I went to construction sites, and I was there at 5 a.m. And I was there, and I asked them if they needed it. I became a brick laborer doing that.
I told my kids, don't apply online. Go and knock on doors.
Right.
And I was astounded because I thought that was the right advice to give them. And I joke you not, fully 2/3 of the places they went said to them, no, you'll have to apply online.
Oh, that's crap, man. What about the days that you could just mow somebody's lawn and make money?
I
You still
remember
can.
those days.
Yeah. But in those days, Rodney, when you remembered those days, it was a push mower.
Absolutely.
oh, yeah.
I had one. I hated that thing.
And
Morning,
for certain
Tony.
yards,
Tropics in the house.
for certain
If
yards,
we
only
got-
a real type mower would work.
If we got bad grades, we had to use that. If we had good grades, we could use the other one. No way.
So Ron's saying that somebody was arrested for flying a Mavic Mini down the strip at Sturgis last night.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do something like that, it's karma, isn't it?
It should be. Yeah, it's going to. These little things are going to amount to big things for our hobby, and I'm getting over just hearing all these little things. It's a shame.
It is.
Read the rules. I had to.
Oh, come on. You never read the rules.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Or you only read them so that you know when you're ignoring them.
Well,
We had a
In order-
technical conference, that mid-range users group, mid-range computer systems users group that we had in Las Vegas, and so we all were gathered around looking at the who put it up. It was the volcano, and we were waiting for it to erupt and waiting around, and it was a little bit windy that day, but anyway, it wasn't until later on somebody else came along. It wasn't part of the group. Said, well, it says right here that it doesn't operate on windy days. So we decided, that's par for the course. We technical people never read the documentation.
Yep. Directions? What directions?
Yeah, that's right.
I gave up when everything started being made in Southeast Asia. You ever try to read that Jinglish? Please to be pressing many esteemed ancestors button A.
Hey, I want to give a good morning to D90 Bell. How you doing? Welcome to the chat.
Morning. Oh, yeah, Mike Kenny about that 14-year-old that baseball game. Yeah.
It was a 14-year-old, was it? They found him, obviously.
Unreal. Wow. Oh, boy.
That's a bit of a shame, really. Over here, they've legislated that you've got to be a minimum of 16 to fly a drone by yourself. That's even recreational and older for commercial. We had a 12-year-old pass the REPL when I was there, and I was one of the consultees that CASA asked to put forward a proposal. I said 13 was a good enough age. I feel sorry for kids, and then for a 14-year-old to do that, that's just going to make it harder.
Yeah, it is. Here we go.
Morning,
Hey,
Ron.
Hey, Ron, brother. Good
Morning, gentlemen.
Lord. Here's my
Hey,
memory.
Ron.
Yeah.
Tim is thoroughly convinced that we pick on him way too much.
No.
Morning, Chris.
Or Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Who we picking on, Rodney?
Tim.
I'm picking on anybody.
Poor guy.
I
Just 'cause he lives-
started picking on him as soon as he came in, but
Yeah,
it's
you
gone
did.
down since.
See, I covered my chair. I'm good. Thank you. I got the eyes looking at you, Ron.
Yeah,
It looks a lot better.
when you sit back, those eyes are right
Big
here.
improvement.
But you can see
Yeah, it's cool. Huh?
it's pretty cool.
Hey, Night Train and Buying Space are in the chat. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Hello, everybody in the chat. We got
Corey, man.
Ron, Rick,
Corey Man too.
Blind Neil, Corey, man. Wendell Live, Daddy of 13. Oh, man.
Sparky just came in.
Everybody's up early today.
Hey, Sparky 107. Hello.
Is that Jack Sparky for on?
Ron, Denny,
No, that's
Tim,
Oh, it
Hall.
was.
Good morning.
I forget what his Sparky's name is, but it's not Jack.
Okay, gotcha.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
I haven't seen Jack in a little while.
Doing all right.
Rodney, have you noticed that technically everybody on the panel is a greybeard except for Junior down there?
Junior, who? This is
Yeah,
all
that
great.
guy.
You ain't talking to me, right? This is great.
No. Yeah, I can see it. It's grey. You got kids, I can tell.
My beard is quite gray as well. So
Yeah,
I mean, if you can call it, my scraggliness is gray.
Did you
I
get
just
any
happened to shave
sleep,
this
Chris?
morning.
oh man. Tony.
Tony and Sturgis.
Hey, Thomas.
I think he was up that way, yeah.
Wow.
Dave.
Absolutely no fun. I've ridden
Sparky
in
107 is Dave.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
And everybody else in the chat, by the way. Tony, Tomas, Ron, Blind Neil.
Rick.
I haven't, Rick Halbright. Sorry, I'm caught up in myself. How unusual is this?
Hey, Ron, you need to hook up with Tony. He's cool, man.
Hey,
Tony?
Chris.
Yeah, Tony's a good guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Lovelady. I'll pull a Adrian.
Adrian. Salute.
I thought you were going to go with this.
Hey,
I'm still
kid.
trying to figure out what it would be like to ride into a hailstorm.
Yeah. Wow.
That would hurt, I would imagine. I've never ridden into a hailstorm. The closest was a cloud of locusts, and that hurt.
I rode through palomino bugs. Never again. Palomino bugs are about that big.
Oh, my.
That's not a bug.
Oh,
That's a
no.
bird.
Good morning, Dean. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, several people didn't get
Tell you
any
what, I hit.
notices today.
Yeah, no notification, Rodney. Just had to
Morning,
go to your
Mel.
channel.
Well, you know what? Why should Saturday morning coffee with Rodney be without troubles? I mean, after all, my sunrise stream had all kinds of troubles.
And it may
That's
have
what
been
happens
because
when
you
you go
were
to the dark side.
Hey, Mel. 400 AGL. Wow. A lot of people up early today.
Did you get any sleep,
Y'all,
Chris?
you may have had to
Did you get any
do what,
sleep?
Tim?
Any sleep?
Yeah, I got 5 or 6 hours. That's enough.
Right.
That's more than Rick gets.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly convinced Rick Halbert never sleeps.
I'm
Oh,
thinking the
he's
same
got-
thing, Rodney.
Oh my goodness, Ron didn't even get the email.
Wow.
Ron, I sent you a
I
link.
think it,
I can send one to him.
Okay,
I
please.
did get the email, Rodney. I did get the email, just not the notification.
Hey, Ray Kelly.
Hey, Ray.
Captain Ray.
There you go.
What's up, buddy?
Morning, Captain.
There you go, Ron.
Can everybody hear me okay? Or
Yes.
is
Yeah.
New microphone or
Yeah,
something?
Ari was thinking about reaching over and turning you down.
Yeah, I can hear it. Turn it off.
Dennis, you're reading my mind. I was about to say that.
Jesus. All right.
It's better
Hey,
than
Rod.
your usual response when he asks, "Can you hear him?" Which is, "What? Sorry."
Oh my God. Like Rick Howard did in the chat.
Hey, Chris, were you getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
think you had two or three. You had 2 or 3 notifications on YouTube that you were going live this morning. That may be why we didn't get one about your live stream for this. That happens. You go live, and I think you're allowed 2 or 3. I think
Maybe so.
your RTMP
Yeah.
didn't work this morning, or did you have bad cell service, or what?
You know, it's a new iPad, and I have cell service and wireless on it, and I'm wondering if they weren't conflicting with each other, because I always use my home wireless because I mean it's 200 gigabits, per second, and
Yeah.
or per minute, whatever it is, and so I'm going to go out here in a little while and try turning off the mobile data and see if that helps improve it.
You use your iPad, right, Dennis?
I do. Yeah.
You turn one or the other off, right?
But I only have Wi-Fi.
I
Oh,
don't.
Wi-Fi. I have like you, Rodney. I always turn one or the other off. I've run into that too.
Okay, so maybe that is the issue.
Yeah.
I should have tested this the other day. I know Dennis told me earlier not to beat myself up, but I'm
Yeah,
always
don't do
doing something. I just assume everything's going to work, and I should know better. I mean, after all, I'm a technician. I should know things don't always work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
just
just
you were in the
do
Navy.
your job, Mel.
You're in the Navy.
Yeah. I was in the Navy.
Whenever you're feeling down, think about my internet speed, Rodney.
Do what?
If you ever feel down about what you can't get done or whatever is not happening, think about my internet speed. That should cheer you up.
Yeah.
Ford has a better idea. Yeah.
I know where that's at, Mel. That's not going to be fun, especially if you ain't got a lift. Just be careful under it.
Yeah.
Gotta love cars, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, and I'm sure most of us do remember back in the day when you went to work on a car, you could actually climb up into the engine compartment to work on the motor.
Yeah, and lift it out with blocking tackle from
Yeah.
the tree.
Nowadays, you're lucky if you can get a hand in there.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Volkswagen, in which case you undo 3 bolts and lift the car off the engine.
Myra Elaine has an interesting question. If a video was posted 17 days ago, would it be listed as 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago on the video list?
2 weeks ago.
There you go.
I think it would be 2 weeks.
It
ago.
won't give you the
Monday
3
morning.
weeks or whatever it says until that full day. Like 1 year, it's 365 days before it'll say a year ago. It'll say
I'm glad
11 months,
somebody
something
knew
like
the
that. So,
I'm glad
So it
you knew
rounds
the answer.
down.
I didn't have a clue.
yep, it waits whatever it says. It's at least fully
Hey,
that.
Brent.
Oh,
I
Mary's
remember.
in the house.
Oh, sorry. I remember back in the day, my uncle, he had an excavator. When he needed something done underneath the car, he would just dig a hole, drive it over it, and just lay down and do the work. He's crazy.
That's resourceful.
Yeah.
Very resourceful.
It
So-
works, man. It works.
Obviously, he didn't live in Georgia. You need dynamite to dig a hole as big as a boat.
Heck yeah.
And in
George-
Florida, if you dig a hole, you got to be able to hold your breath because it fills with
Oh, yeah.
water.
Up with sand. Georgia.
Jim Wallace is in the house.
Hey,
I
Jim
like
Wallace.
Georgia with
Morning,
Gimpy.
Jim Wallace.
Hey, man.
And welcome back, Jim.
It's good to see you.
I'll be right back.
Ron, where do you live at, Ron?
Yes, sir. Me?
Yes, sir. Where you live?
I am in Northeast Ohio, right along Lake Erie.
Okay.
Probably 30 miles east of Cleveland.
Got you.
Oh my, you have some interesting winters.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, they can be. Yeah. Last couple haven't been bad at all. I think in the last 2 years, I might have used my snowblower 5 times. So, but there have been years where there are days I haven't used my snowblower 5 times. So, but yeah, they can get bad. It depends on the wind off the lake around here.
You
The
have to
lake
be
effect,
fast.
they call it.
You have to
Lake
be fast
effect.
with the snowblower around here.
Yeah, I tell you what, you haven't lived till you've seen 5-inch an hour snow. You
I've
can't
seen
see
it. I've
you
been
can't see your car in your driveway because it's coming down so hard. It can get scary. But
Hey,
last couple of
Ron-
winters haven't been bad at all.
Ron, sorry, I missed it. Where are you from?
I am in Northeast Ohio, right along Lake Erie.
Do you know a little town in the state, Pennsylvania, called Rocky Grove?
Rocky Grove?
Franklin?
Is that near Erie or?
Now it's right on the Ohio border. It's Franklin, and then it's inside Franklin. It's Rocky Grove. Sorry, I missed
I'm pretty familiar. Is it like a small town or something? There's a lot of small towns like on the border. Because that border that goes down Ohio and Pennsylvania, that's like all farmland and small town,
Yep.
nothing big. So a lot of little small town names. So
Yeah.
Morning, Ron.
Very
it's near like you've heard of like Grove City, Pennsylvania.
Grove. Well, it's I'm pretty sure it's Rocky Grove or Franklin is the big, and then Rocky Grove is the inner. And I lived on Rocky Grove.
Okay.
I can't remember the highway going through it. 13 or something. I can't remember.
It could be anything. That's a lot of farmland out there, right along the border.
I learned a saying when I was younger. I had to follow my brothers to school because I had to jump the spit. I had to follow them. It was so hot. The snow was over my head.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to follow my brothers.
Yeah, that's part of that snow belt too, is right along that border. Yeah. It can get bad.
Mela has a question for you, Tim.
Hi, Ron. Tim, what did you spend $4K on this week? What about that Hawaiian? That must not be me. This ain't Hawaiian. That must be Ron. Ron.
No, remember you were supposed to buy a
Oh,
shirt.
that's right.
That's right. I can't remember. This whole week is a blinder, I'm telling you.
That was like about 20 beers ago. You don't expect him to remember that, do you?
No, I haven't had that much. This is my 6th one.
What were you telling me this morning? 730 packs this week?
730 packs. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
My liver. Happy birthday to my liver.
Hey, Ron, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Ron,
I'm going to detox all week. Believe me, Kurt. Jesus.
Oh, those pajama pants are a fashion statement, Ron.
Oh, they're
Well, I
beautiful.
tell you what, I could have went all day without that. Brother.
Hey, Rosie.
Especially after what he showed us last night, Tim. We had to see that this morning.
Hey,
Yeah,
Roswell.
exactly.
Morning.
This is the first time I remember seeing you on Coffee with Rodney.
I think it is the first time.
Welcome.
Great pajamas, Ron.
I'm not as famous as you guys, so I
There
don't
you
get
go.
the privilege to be on
Well,
Rodney's
you're
show.
young yet, Rosie.
Some of us here
You'll
might
grow
be
into
considered famous, others more infamous.
So Ron.
Which one?
Well, yeah,
Three Amigos.
the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Jim never made it, huh? Oh man. I bet he's bummed out.
Yeah, it's a long story.
He was griping.
Yeah, I wish
You're looking tired,
can-
Ron. You've obviously had a
I
good
bet he was
time.
complaining, Rod.
I actually got home early, but I sat up for like another 2.5 hours and watched that live stream.
It was funny. I liked it very much. I laughed at the people behind you in the crowd. You know, saw you live streaming. You didn't get, not while I was there anyway. You didn't get any bad reactions.
No, I was a little worried about it. You know, like Jim even said, you got to be careful because there are some people there who absolutely 100% do not want film, and
Yep.
you don't know where they're at.
But they're not likely to be in a crowded
Because
bar.
they got a
either.
warrant for the arrest.
Yeah. There's so many federal agents in those crowds. They have my buddy who's an electrical contractor wired up 2 years ago 50 or 60 cameras that are nothing but facial recognition software cameras with the feds. Yeah. I left about 9 o'clock last night. I left the last place and I saw probably 4 or 5 arrests on the way home. Got into town and they had 3 of the Hells Angels up against the squad car, and yeah.
See, that's what surprised me, Ron, about Sturgis, that you're still allowed to fly your colors in America. Over here, you can't.
Well, they don't. A lot of bars and stuff. They have signs, no colors.
Over here, they've outlawed most of them. Ron, you know, all the big names are considered to be criminal/terrorist organisations. If you wear a patch over here, you're going to jail.
Yep. And
Another gift of freedom and liberty from the Australian government.
yet more than 3 known associates of a club member or a club, you go to jail. So
I think
That's
they
all
were DUIs last night. So
I've seen a lot of people wearing their cuts, Ron.
yeah.
Hey, good morning, Rob Casey.
I just saw Blind Neil's comment about not being a drone flower. He's a blind drone mascot. So I take it you actually are visually impaired, Neil. Look, I used to go to lodge with a guy who was legally blind, and he rode his motorcycle to lodge every night. So I wouldn't let that stop you from flying a drone. And look at the bright side. You won't see who you hit.
Oh my God.
I'm not politically correct. I never claimed to be.
Oh my God. So I got to ask Ron a question. 3 amigos. Now, is it a cut or a color? I thought it was color.
It's kind of one of the same.
Yeah, I heard Chris say cut.
Colors, you know, like the Hells Angels wear the 81 patch.
The patch.
Yeah.
It's your color.
What I don't understand though is I didn't see it last night, but last year they actually had a booth right on the main drag, and they were selling all kinds of memorabilia and stuff. And 3/4 of it was all violent hate, you know, nasty, mean patches. In this area, the Hells Angels own a ton of property. There was a place I tried to rent 4 or 5 years ago when I got back here, and I almost signed the dotted line until the realtor said, just so you know, during the whole 2 weeks of the rally, you need to move out of your house. I'm like, what? Yeah. Stipulation. I'm like, nah, no, not doing it.
And that's the hell doing it. Yep.
Yeah.
Just to answer Marla's question there, I think I know what you're talking about, Marla. Some spiders spin a web-shaped balloon and use it to travel long distances on the wind. In our area of Australia, that doesn't happen, and I haven't seen it, so I can't really tell you. And Tim's not that far from me. Damn it. I mean,
I wonder what would happen if you flew your drone through the storm of spiders.
We do. Well, that'll go down. It'll go down. We do have the funnel web. They're a nice creature. Beautiful.
We have those.
Yeah, beautiful.
Or I don't know. You're probably talking about something large. The funnel webs You have to really look for them here.
The
They're-
only thing big about a funnel web, Dennis, is the fangs. They're about the size of a rattlesnake.
Really?
I kid you not. They're in the top 3 deadliest spiders in the world, if not number 1. I think the Sydney funnel web is number 1 in the world. Of course, we get all the good stuff here.
Whoa. No, I'm talking about funnels that are, this big at the top. The tiny things.
The worst spider I came up across was the whitetail. A buddy of mine got bitten. 2 hours later, he got a little wheezy, and we're like, "Oh, he's going to go home." Next day, he had about that much taken out of his leg.
Yep, that's what they're known for. They cause the flesh to rot. They don't kill you. They just make you wish you were dead.
Yep. I got bit by a redback, and I think I told it before. My arm was like about like that, like Popeye, and my buddy had to catch me before I fell because I kept on working. And he goes, "You look a little white," and I was like, "I am." And he no, you look really bad. He picked me up right before I was ready to fall, and took me in. And they said if it was a female redback, I would have died.
No, there's been no recorded deaths from a redback, but they've made a lot of people damn ill. They're virtually the same spider to what they call in the United States. Is it the black widows? Got the little red patch on the abdomen?
Okay, the black widow, I'm familiar
They're
with
the same
that.
spider. They'd make you damn ill, but very unlikely to kill you.
Yeah,
I've heard that a black widow can kill a 4-year-old child.
Perhaps,
Really?
yeah.
I've heard that.
I don't know. The
Well, the
redbacks
whitetail you were talking about, Tim, sounds similar to our brown recluse.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
Yes, that would be right. That's correct. Yep.
We had a little,
Marla's freaking out about the spiders. We need to change subject.
Yes, let's change the subject. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
we're talking about being eaten again, aren't we?
Come on, Roosevelt, you love it.
No, spiders creep me out. I'm not with the spiders.
I'll wait until I tell you about the bird spider, but we'll say that for another day.
had your little buddy wound up last night.
My big boss at work is deathly scared of snakes, and I showed him a
What's wrong with that?
Hey, Rodney, send Les. Les wants to be part of Hollywood Squares.
Oh, okay. All right, let's stand by.
You had to say it, didn't you, Les?
Oh my god!
Beam him in.
Who has a TV on?
That's me.
Mel wants pictures to go with the stories.
Can you hear the TV, Ron, really loud?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm watching Murder She Wrote. Hold on a minute.
He's multitasking. Young
Millennial
whippersnappers.
watching Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, that would not have been on my top 10 guesses of what he would have been watching.
He's going to give me
Me neither.
he's going to give me a
He
copyright
probably watched
strike.
Judge
Way to
Judy.
go, Rosie.
That's pretty cool. I wouldn't think you were watching that, but that's pretty cool.
I
missed it. What were you
I
watching?
watch Murder She Wrote every day I get off work. That's like my zen time.
Okay, hey Les, I sent you a link. I sent it via Messenger. Do you need me to send it email instead?
Yeah, that guy last night got written up for. I don't know how they can get away with this, but I was talking to the cop, and they wrote him up for public intoxication and flying the drone over the crowd. And he said they'll turn that into the FAA.
And he's going to get in trouble for flying while intoxicated.
Yeah.
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 Man, that sucks. They're going to turn it over to the FAA, too.
I
Can't just,
imagine.
take care of that at the local level. They're going to send that up the ladder, man. That's.
Yeah, they don't play there. They don't play.
I have a feeling once he's over his inebriation, he won't. He'll reconsider about the FAA.
Right, exactly.
I don't know whether any, speaking of regulatory bodies, I don't know if any of you watch Bruce Simpson's channel, XJet, in New Zealand.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the CAA are going after him hammer and tongs. Have a look at his last few videos.
I haven't seen that.
What's he been doing?
He's been getting a lot of vexatious complaints to CAA, and they have a policy they must allegedly investigate every complaint. And they've been really. One of the guys rang him up, one of the investigators rang up and told him that anything that wasn't completely compliant with the regulations was a danger to aviation. So he got out a little tiny whoop-type drone and filmed himself flying it around the backyard below fence level, which in New Zealand you've got to have a spotter for. He said, there you go, I'm not being compliant. You do your worst. Let's see it in court and you can prove I'm being a danger to aviation. And he's had numerous calls from them demanding that he take down his videos because their investigators are getting death threats. And what was going to be a 1 week investigation is now at the 11-week mark and going on. And, you know, he's very well known down here. He's been an advocate for radio control flying for 30, 40 years. He's an old boy, 67, got Parkinson's disease. I don't like what they're doing to him.
Yeah. Well, that was his one neighbor that told on him and everything. I'm pretty sure.
I don't understand that. I have a great relationship with my neighbours. When I got my license, the first thing I did was door knocked all my neighbours, flashed my license and said, guys, you're going to see drones flying out of my yard for the rest of forever, out over the bushland. Don't panic. It's just me. Now, when we get a new neighbour, I don't have to go and tell them. My neighbours tell them. They love me. Whenever there's a dog or a kid missing, they're knocking on my door.
That's pretty cool.
Can you send the drone up and find my child?
My kid hasn't come back for dinner. He's down the bush smoking with those other mates of his. Could you go and have a look? I've done it.
I check and see if the others need cleaning.
Oh, Chris, did you guys? I know last Sunday, the guys were asking you to look for that bobber. Did you find it?
No, I didn't. I couldn't.
You didn't find it.
It's too small to see from 20 foot with my drone.
Oh yeah. Even with a zoom, it would be a challenge.
Yep. That zoom is
I did
great.
look though, but I couldn't see it.
Well, good
I
for
seen
you.
them.
You got to love your drones. I love flying out over the bush.
My suggestion was to let me give you $9 to get another one.
What?
Roosevelt, in answer to your question earlier this week, the answer is yes. If I go to Colorado, I'll drop you off at the airport on the way home.
Okay, cool deal. Because I'm just thinking, you know, I want to drive, but I just 14 hours is I've never done a straight drive through like that myself, so I don't know. I'm still wavering between flying and driving.
Come on,
the only
Rosie.
reason I want to drive is because it would be a nice little road trip. You know, I haven't had a road trip in about 10 years. So last road trip I took was from Arkansas to California. So
Hey, Speedy, you know you want tickets from other states, man.
ha ha ha.
I told you it's been up. I was never going to let you live that down.
And you haven't.
And you're right.
New Mexico and Colorado give them out as well, Rosie.
Oh, really?
And
what-
Hey, the bad thing about it, Rodney.
Through Louisiana to get to Texas, you didn't get a ticket in Louisiana.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Tim.
I've got clearance through Louisiana. They don't bother me.
You and I know different people.
Chris, are you going to Colorado?
I want to, and I've bought my ticket. We'll see if Colorado will let Texans come or.
I don't know if they'll let Arkansans come there, but we're gonna try.
Well, just before you go, make sure they don't have like a 14-day quarantine period. Me and my wife are going to Oregon at the end of the month here to visit her sister and brother-in-law.
Protest.
Huh? And
You gonna go out there and help them protest?
no, I'm going to stay away from Portland.
Oh, you're not going to Portland.
No, we're going to Eugene, and that's where my
that'd be
wife
fun.
is from. So
Ron, I'm just
Isn't that where the
I'm
big trees
looking
are
at your 3 deer heads, and it's just like they're all looking at the camera. They're like, "Are we on TV?"
That's Elvis. Who are the other two? Elvis and
Victor and Matthew,
Victor and
and
Matthew.
Michael and Andrew are out in the other room.
The one in the middle wants to run out, man. He's looking right at you, Ron.
He really is. He's like looking right at the camera and at you.
Yeah. He's saying, "Give me another chance, buddy. You won't get first shot this time."
Well, all three of them all had the same problem. They're all chasing women. Got them in trouble.
Chase that whitetail.
Uh-huh.
You go to the other side.
Put it up, and that was it.
You go to the other
Go
side of
on.
the wall. Their legs running.
Yeah.
That's what y'all could do is, like, if Rosie does that with Chris and Rodney does that, just leave 14 days before.
Well,
So-
the 14-day quarantine interferes with the vacation time.
Absolutely.
Is any of this legal? Really?
Well, I don't know.
Who knows, man?
I don't know of the legality of it, but I do know that there was 2 guys that I work with went to Hawaii to install some equipment,
Yeah, well, I ain't messing around.
and before they could even go install the equipment, they had to stay in their hotel room for 14 days. They could not leave their room for 14 days, and they had to have people bring their meals to them.
They've been doing that here since April.
And I'm questioning. I questioned the legality of it, but
Well, there's responsibility and there's legality, right? I'm all for being responsible. I
Here's
am
my Alaska.
100% opposed to laws being overlooked in the interest of that responsibility.
Would they compare that to martial law, Dennis? Would they put that in that?
Well,
as
they might, but it doesn't fall under the definition.
Martial law is military by definition. They do the 14-day quarantine here. They've had it since April. We've just closed our border, the state, again since today. And they've had the 14-day quarantine in for certain places since April. Now it's from everywhere. What concerns me is here it's 14 days at a venue of their deciding, but your expense. And they're using four-star hotels. I sort of feel sorry because just because you can afford a holiday across the border doesn't necessarily mean you can afford 14 days in a 4-star hotel.
Yeah. I should have kept my mouth shut. I didn't mean to start that, but
No.
it absolutely bothers me.
see, Mela knows the 2 guys I'm talking about. In fact, she was in contact with them the whole time they were over there.
Well, see, we've got an issue going on at our store, at my Walmart store, 85. We have now 2 associates that have tested positive for it, and they are doing full investigations. I've had a guy come up to me and ask me, have you had any symptoms since being around such and such? And they don't want you to, disclose their name or anything for privacy reasons. But it's a big ordeal. Like, they're really taking this stuff serious.
Over here, they're making you sign a book when you entered and when you're leaving.
Well, see, what we do, the associates, we have to go around back through the automotive department, and we get screened every morning. Everyone in that building that works there, we have to go through that screening. Otherwise, you can't come to work. They will literally ask you to leave if you don't, subject to being screened. We get our temperatures taken, and then we have an app just for Walmart associates where it asks you the questions, have you had a fever of 106 and all the, the little questions.
106?
Whatever it is. It's something. I don't
If you
know.
had a fever of 106, you're dead.
But,
Yeah.
Trip to the ER.
but yeah.
Take care, Rick.
What's that?
That's what we got.
Oh, you got an app too? Okay, yeah. Most, like anywhere, any major corporation or where they should have an app where you can do it yourself, and all you have to do is get your temperature taken in the morning. But if you don't have the app or whatever, they ask you the questions on a handheld device or whatever, and then you get to go in. But our store manager, she's been real adamant. She's keep like telling us, keep your distance. If a customer gets rowdy, don't call a member of management. Don't try to engage anyone, because people are so. When it first went into effect, what was it, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, where it was mandatory mask, every state started making everything mandatory. Well, Arkansas did it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, about a month ago. And the first day, we had some rough people come in, I'm not wearing no effing mask, and you're not going to blah, blah, blah. So, they told us, like, you guys don't get involved. Let a member of management handle it or whatever. And then they assigned 2 people they call health ambassadors that are trained in, all the blah, blah, blah. And those are the only people who are allowed to deal with those kinds of people. But they still, just attack regular associates. Like, I've seen a cashier, she got cussed out just because she asked the customer, would you like some hand sanitizer, because she coughed in her hand or whatever. And she's like, I don't have no effing disease, and I don't have that stuff. Don't ask me stupid questions. Like, lady, she just asked you if you want some hand sanitizer. Like, calm down.
I have a neighbor like that.
When I go into my building, I have to ask myself questions.
You ask yourself questions all the time.
Because right now I'm the only one in the building.
Oh, really?
So when I go in, I make myself go through the screening process.
Okay.
I've seen some of the resultant pictures, Rodney.
Yes, we saw that. We saw that quite recently.
Yesterday.
What you got, Ron? What is that?
So if any of you guys are interested, you're going to be doing any traveling, and I found this out. Our outfitter in Alaska has been working diligently to make sure that we can get there. There are 4 different companies that I have found out over the past week that have been approved by the state of Alaska. This is a self COVID-19 test. You get the kit in the mail. What Alaska is requiring is that within a 72-hour window prior to my departure, I must take the test and I must have my result when I land and walk into Petersburg Airport. They have a declaration that I have to sign as well. And if my results are not back, then I've got to sign this form that says that I will take another test while I'm there. That's the hard part. $250 for that test.
$250.
Yeah. If my results with this one are not back. So what I'm doing actually is Wednesday morning, I'm going to take the test. I'm going to race down to FedEx. This actually comes with a self-addressed FedEx label or package, and I'll send that in. I did some research on this company. This actually was recommended by one of the clients that came there and said he had his back in somewhere 24 to 48 hours. But you walk into the airport and show them your email that says, hey, here's my results. The only thing that's got me concerned is the state of Washington. And Rodney, you said you're going up that way in a month or so. I hope I don't have any problems there, because that's where my layover is, in Seattle.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but if anybody's interested, let me know. I can send you some links. But I said this particular company and the 3 others have been approved by the state of Alaska, and they may, by other states, if any of you were doing any traveling.
Well, they haven't started mailing us out COVID tests yet, Ron. The only tests we get out here in the mail, once you turn 50, you get a bowel cancer test mailed to you every year. Come to think of it, that opens up some scope for sending back the wrong sample to the wrong place, doesn't it? Won't they be surprised? Yeah.
We didn't mean it. It's supposed to go up your nose.
I researched all 4 companies. This particular one here had me go through a questionnaire. And based on how I answered those questions, they felt that I very highly potentially could submit this to insurance as opposed to paying for it. So they didn't charge me at all. They're going to submit to my insurance. If my insurance don't cover it, then I'll pay it. But
I think most healthcare insurances they're paying for COVID tests. I think most of them are.
You were, man. You were the live recording out there live.
It got interesting.
Yeah.
One girl, the one gal, she kind of got mad. She saw or heard something that Adrian said, and then she saw my screen name, and she goes, "What's that?
Who's your daddy?"
Who's your daddy?"
That was funny.
Hey, Paul Murray's in the chat.
Hey, Paul.
Good morning.
Morning, Paul.
Capture Life.
Yeah, Capture Life Connection came in too. He came in a while back, and I apologize for not shouting out to him earlier.
That was a good live, but that was a fun live. Oh man.
I'm gonna have to go back. Was that on,
you did good, Ron.
Was that on Matt's stream?
Yeah.
Okay. I do that.
I was a little nervous
Did you
doing
see
it.
the guy that told your shoulder looked like Carl?
Yeah, I didn't want to seem like some kind of a predator or something. That's why Adrian's like, "Yo."
Oh, I was gonna.
That's right. Ron was not wanting to look like a perv. That's why whenever he saw a scantily clad young lady, he would turn his back on her and hold the phone up here.
The one girl, she was originally from Brisbane. Yeah, the girl that had the what's the name of that whiskey? Jack Daniels, number 7. That was a heck of a paint job she had. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was. It was really good detail. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
Obviously left at the wrong time.
Good morning, Nunya. Welcome to the chat.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Ron, because you said that her boyfriend is from Brisbane. We have a guy over here. His name is and he builds bikes in Brisbane.
Oh, really?
And he built them on the Sunshine Coast. Bear, yeah.
Hmm.
He built bikes over in America, and he did tours up there because I met him up in Upper State, North Carolina when we were riding.
You know, the funny thing, and actually Adrian mentioned it last night. I bet you I saw one handful of masks last night.
It's crap. That's what I said. Not one man.
Whoa.
I'm hearing that twice.
Yeah, I silenced it. I turned it on my phone so I could see the
Rosie's trying to cause trouble. Oh, Speedy.
Rodney?
Every time like that happens on a live, I think it's me.
Chris, see you later, buddy.
Yeah, I got to roll, guys.
All right, bye, big brother.
Thank you,
Chris.
See you,
care.
Chris.
Y'all have a good day.
Let me tell you, Tim, that every time it happens on a live stream, as far as we're concerned, it is you.
Yeah, it's your fault no matter who it is. So Rosie's good on this, but because it's your fault that he did that.
I thought it was Paul's fault.
No, it was Paul's fault for my live stream this morning.
Oh, okay.
For the sunrise stream. That was Paul's fault.
Okay.
This one is Tim's.
All right.
I'm stopped drinking this week for this. No. Oh my god.
You never stop drinking, don't lie.
I will. I got to. This week, Ari. Oh my god, I got to. I need to do a cleansing.
I quit drinking last night, and I'll quit drinking sometime today.
Oh, there you go. Cheers, Ron.
I drank more in the time it took me to build your computer than I have in the last year.
Yeah. Did anybody hear about that? He drank 6 bourbons.
6
Run,
first?
Six.
come on, run.
And your computer still worked? Wow.
Yeah, I build them better when I'm drunk, or at least I think I do.
That was a good night.
What do you think Ron's got in that thermos there?
Yeah. Rodney Bell.
He's too tired to drink anything except coffee, aren't you, Ron?
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't even. I had nothing but water last night. It's just there's so many cops there. You're just playing with your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you drink. I mean, literally every street corner out there.
And do they stop
When
many
you
people?
when you mentioned federal agents being there, I was just like, I could imagine, the situation in Matrix where you have Mr. Smith, like it's all of the bad guys. I could see Dennis being the federal agents, just smiling. I see you there. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. They
I
purposely
never saw Matrix.
just to look
What?
for
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
You've been living under a rock.
You better hurry up, Dennis, because they're making a 4th sequel.
No way.
Really?
Yes. With Keanu Reeves, and I can't think of the lady's name, but yeah, the original people starring in it.
Yep.
Yeah, but she got shot though. How's she?
Yeah, they're going to bring it back to life. That's a great thing about the movies.
Well, yeah. Matrix, they're all computer generated anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she came back yesterday. Holy crap! I never
So,
heard about.
Ron, there's lots of cops there, but are they actually stopping many people?
like I said, on the way home, from the last place I was at, it's about 6 miles outside of town, and I saw 2 different pullovers with people against cars. Got into town. I saw 3 others pulled over, and I saw 3 Hell's Angels they had up against the van.
Was that at the Buffalo Chip?
No, not even. Well, I didn't go near the Buffalo Chip. I stayed away from that place. It's too crazy.
Wow.
All the bad stories you hear about Sturgis, they happen inside. Anything and everything goes.
Just try not to draw attention to yourself, I guess, is all you can do.
Yeah. The Buffalo Chip, they actually have their own zip code. They consider themselves a town.
Wow.
It's a big campground, but I don't think it's big enough to be considered a town. But apparently the owner was able to establish that.
Huh.
Wow.
You better pay his taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just figure you're just going to learn the knack of not drawing attention. I tried to point this out to a friend of mine named Peter McBride. This is a true story. We went on our bikes to a party one night at a venue, and Peter got smashed. And it was a sort of like a theme party. And they had these big styrofoam Roman columns about 8 feet tall in the back. And Peter was just drunk enough to look at them and say to the host, "What are you going to do with those?" So an hour later, we're riding home. Peter's on his 900 Kawasaki with an 8-foot styrofoam Roman column bolted to his back. And we're riding home, and sure enough, a cop car comes the other way, and it peels off and starts to follow us. They didn't pull us over straight away. I guess they were too busy laughing. And Peter, of course, he's in, because I'd given him the heads up, he's in, got it, we've been followed mode, do everything right, 10 miles an hour under the limit, indicating. It all went well till we came to a stop sign, and Peter was so drunk, he forgot to put his feet down. So it sort of went,
Oh, no.
the cops got out and picked him up, unbelted the styrofoam, and then they called in a paddy wagon to take the column home for him. They booked him, but they didn't take his column, which I thought was cool.
He forgot to put his feet down.
Yeah, literally so drunk. Yeah, mind you, with Peter, I don't think sober and drunk is actually a true. It's not a true measure with Peter. It's just how drunk. It's the level that varied.
I saw the one couple last night that I saw years ago, husband and wife, pet iguana. I'm not kidding. The wife sits on the back of the Harley, and her hands are spread out like this, and they got this gigantic lizard. He just looking around. You're riding through town. You never know what you're going to see there. It gets interesting.
That's like an episode of Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
It sounds like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is wild.
I've never been.
You never been to Mardi Gras?
Nope.
Wow.
And I live in Arkansas, right below Louisiana.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I went to a Mardi Gras in Mobile, Alabama when my ship pulled in there.
Wow, you remember that?
Yeah. All right, Speedy.
He's gonna get booted.
They just had to lock the rotating thing in the back of the boat first before he got off.
I told you. Quick with the hook.
Oh, Rosie, young man. Hey, Rosie, you remember that Burger King on Sonoma Street?
No.
In Vallejo?
Oh, wait.
It was across from Kmart, and there was a Taco Bell next to it, and there was a Food Lion. No, was it a Rayleigh's? Right behind it.
Sonoma.
Yeah, Sonoma Boulevard.
Is that the one that runs right in front of Six Flags?
No.
How do I get there from Six Flags?
Well, you go down. What's the road that Six Flags sits on? You come off of 95.
I have to look. Let me look.
It's Route 29.
Mm-hmm.
It is the route number.
Now, wait a minute. Which one of you is it that lives in Arkansas?
That's me.
But Sonoma Boulevard was in Vallejo, California.
Oh,
yeah, because that's where my mom lived.
And that's where Rosie says he's from, but I'm beginning to have my doubts.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't remember things like that.
You should. You grew up there.
I remember landmarks.
These are not landmarks that he's talking about?
Wait a minute. If your house wasn't a landmark, do you remember where you lived?
Oh, I know exactly where I live.
Okay, I think it's 37. Highway 37 is what?
37 runs through right past Six Flags. So
right. So if you go down 37 towards the bay, whenever you come off of 80, Interstate 80, and I guess it's east. You head east on 37.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sonoma Boulevard is like the next main crossway, and it goes out towards Napa.
Oh, that way. Okay, yeah.
But if you head back towards Vallejo downtown, there you'll pass a. You know what? Now that I think about that, Kmart may not have been there when you were a kid.
Probably not.
Anyway,
You're dating yourself, Rodney.
Rodney's like, do you remember that Kmart? That was like, wait a
look
minute.
at his face.
Years older.
I don't need to date myself. My face tells the whole tale. But anyway, what I was getting ready to say, Rosie, is if you remembered that Burger King, I worked there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But you kind of ruined the story, so you know.
I thought you were going to say something about the Napa River because you were on your boats and things.
Trying to keep my notes up to date. So I turn which direction on 29?
Well, Dennis, if you're going to Napa, you want to turn right.
Okay. All right.
Off of 37.
No matter which direction I started, I turn right on, and I'm okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, if you keep turning right, you'll eventually be going the right way.
That's it.
That's right. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like a NASCAR race. Keep going left.
Turn to the left.
Turn to the left.
I'm trying to get the live stream of that Sturgis on right now. Just the live cam they got on YouTube. It's 7 o'clock in the morning there, and you're already seeing some interesting stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ron was getting all wild.
People, a couple of, look like, I don't know, when use the term biker chick, but a kind of walking up and down the street in some very short shorts.
What? How long is this event?
A week or something, isn't it?
Until next Sunday.
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. They actually normally don't say the official start day is Monday, but this year they decided, hey, we're going to start it on Friday. And so it'll go from last night till next Sunday night. The funny thing, I was telling somebody the other day, next Sunday morning, I ain't kidding you, by noon, mid-afternoon, the town is almost cleared out. Half the decorations and things are all taken down. And by Monday, business is normal. It's unbelievable how quick they tear things down. But the city is kind of ruining it. I've noticed so many few vendors. And I used the one example of a guy last year I talked to had a little steak shop. And all it was a tent and I don't know, 10 by 12, 25 grand for the week for him to be under that tent. I don't know.
Wow.
That was his vendor fee. Then how do you make up your costs? You know,
Yeah, it's a scam.
Somebody wake Roosevelt.
It looked like he was falling asleep.
No, I'm looking at the chat on my phone.
No, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Times Square on New Year's Eve. Anybody ever done that yet?
Oh yeah.
New Year's Eve.
I did it. New Year's Eve at midnight would have been 2012. All right, and we were literally right under the ball. Like we were that in dead center of it. You know, that ball drops, things go flying, streamers, all that stuff everywhere. You know, the town is just completely trashed, and 2 million people try to get all out, and the streets look like complete crap. We go back to the hotel room, get up at 9 a.m, and walk down, just kind of take a walk down towards New York. You wouldn't have known anything happened last night. Like it was that picked up. Like it was incredible. How do you clean up after 2 million people in, I don't know, 8 hours? It was pretty incredible to see that it's completely cleaned up. In a matter
Dennis
of hours.
Lovelady can do anything. Just know that.
Now I'm getting credit for things I'm not even involved in.
Dennis, I'm anxious for Monday.
Yeah, I hope it works. I really do. I'm kind of pleased with how that came together.
What's that?
Dennis did a little project for me over the weekend.
Oh,
During the week. Little mechanical part for my 4-wheeler. And he did all that. I didn't realize how scientific that was. Man, you had the graphs and all laid out. I'm like, holy cow.
There's a lot of angles and curves and stuff, you know, to deal with. So.
Yeah.
And by the way, since you mentioned it, I hadn't considered until just yesterday it occurred to me that if that's not extended enough, we can use a hinge to extend it as much as you like.
A hinge?
Yeah. So what he's talking about, there's he has a windshield on his, for lack of better, on his 4-wheeler, right? He has a windshield on the front of it, and the windshield only opens up. I didn't measure it. I mean, I did measure it, but not with these terms. 200 millimeters is what I ended up with. It's maybe 5-6 inches long, and that's all the windshield will open up. So when you open up the windshield full, it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's a half windshield, and then my old one folded down from the top down. This one goes from the middle and folds up. And I hate that design. It's a stupid design.
Right, but anyway, so he just wanted a longer one, and so I hopefully we have a solution for it. But if that's not long enough, then what it is, it's just a unit that has a
Is it
curve
like
on it.
is it a plexiglass windshield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hard thing with it, and the thing I hate the most is during the day, it's that plexiglass just refracts light so badly, and it's hard to see. And
Yeah.
now it'll be able to open up for my hunters. That's why I use that 4-wheeler mostly for, is for my guiding. But
So that Art will be able to see what's going to kill him clearer and be even more terrified.
The guys on your back wall, that's how he got us, darn it.
He didn't shoot us, he ran us over. He came round a corner and the glare was so bad he didn't see us.
yeah. There's a story and a memory with each one of them. So,
Well, we've got time.
yeah. The one on, that was my very first Wyoming deer right there. And that was that guy. That was my last, well, next to the last one. But you get him?
I got him.
All right.
Now you got to use chopsticks.
Yeah, do a Mr. Miyagi.
Well, I can't use chopsticks. He's already dead.
No, I'm saying to catch him next time.
Oh,
Depends how hungry you are, Rodney, I guess.
do what?
Don't worry, you don't want to hear that again. You're on a diet, mate. You don't want to hear that.
You know, I just had a funny conversation about flies with someone the other day. I don't know if any of you did this as kids, but you used to catch a fly, and then, like in school, and then you'd get a girl that had a long hair, and you'd tie the fly up.
Yeah. Did anybody? This might be. This
Wow,
might be.
that's a strange ritual for
Do you
you
remember?
guys.
Do you remember inchers? They're little firecrackers. Inchers, the little
The
red
ones you throw and pop?
Yeah, no, not throwing pop. You light them, but they're small and skinny and they're red.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, put them in toads and throw them over girls. And
Wow, never heard that one. Okay.
okay,
You mean like an M80 in a toad?
That's some serious animal cruelty.
You ever see what an M80 does to a toilet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could only imagine.
And then a quarter stick of dynamite in a one of them dunnies. They call them over here. Portaloos.
Porta potties.
Porta potty?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then get chased by the cops all the way to your house when you're only 8.
Those are hard to come by these days. You can't get them good ones anymore.
There used to be a famous rally driver out here in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. He was Gelignite Jack Murray, they called him. And you could always tell when he was out rallying because there wasn't an outhouse in one piece anywhere in his wake.
Wow, he was taking all the loos out? Jesus.
Yeah, it was a wild and woolly place back then. Not much better now. I'm going to let Tim in.
Sorry, before I forget, for some reason it just showed up. You sent me a message a couple of weeks ago, and I just saw it.
All good, mate. All
Yeah.
good. I know the one you're talking about. Just you're a legend, Ron.
I don't know about that, but
I wouldn't have been anywhere near so polite.
I was trying, but it was tough.
Look at Matt. No wonder you can't get a date. Wow.
I don't need a date. I'm married.
Oh, that tells it why I was married twice. Jesus. Never mind. Did you ever notice when we were kids, we never got in trouble like they do nowadays because we got more in trouble when we got
They
home.
don't get in trouble nowadays.
We got more in trouble getting home or the cops coming to the house and telling our parents because they knew they were going to bust our ass.
The difference is we didn't break the law and then post it on social media.
That's right. Yeah.
We did something wrong. Nobody knew about it. We're like, dude, you can't tell anybody. Don't make
Oh, wait a minute. We did have the party lines. Remember the party lines back in the early 80s?
I remember party lines.
Yeah.
Like $3 a minute.
Kicked your ass. And if the cop caught you doing something when I was a kid, He'd
No,
grab
when
you
he's
by
talking
the ear.
about party lines, he's talking about more than one person on the same phone line.
Right. All your friends could get on it, and but it still ran up to
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, Rose. I know Rosie didn't know what a party line was.
Oh God.
He's too young.
I know exactly what a party line is. I used to do it before, when I was in I was
Party line used to
13
be
or something.
Party line used to be a
And
way of lowering your
you
bill.
can still do it, but I mean it's just
No,
advanced. Now you have
today we call it StreamYard.
It
right?
wasn't something you
now you
did.
have you can do
It wasn't something you
party
did, Roosevelt.
group chats.
It was something.
No,
you
it's when you picked up the phone, everybody was already there. You just
exactly. You don't make a phone call. Your neighbors are all on the same line, and you have to choose. Okay, I'm going to make a phone call now. You get off the line because I need to make a phone call. That's right.
I don't know about that one then.
That was way before you, Rosie. That was
yeah.
You weren't a twinkle in anybody's eye back then, but
nope.
It had nothing to do with partying. It was
I want to give a shout out to Nacho, Rolling, Dennis. Welcome to the chat, and to Trans Jedi. Welcome.
Trans Jedi.
Hey, Dennis.
Welcome, Trans. So you're going to fire your cat?
I am. I'm going to fire the cat.
Yeah. You need to get a monkey like Mitch.
A monkey like Mitch?
Said I should that cat keep.
There aren't any monkeys like Mitch. After they made Mitch,
I was going to say, Mitch has his moments, but I wouldn't call him a monkey. That's a bit rough.
I hope he's not watching.
Exactly.
I've never heard of the party lines.
Well, see, I was thinking they were talking about, three-way call where you would call someone and then you can connect two people and then that person can connect two people. So,
Back in the early days, they didn't have 100 pair cables. They just would run out one pair all the way out into the country and everyone was paralleled on it. And when they rang from the exchange, everybody's phone rang. So 19 people were saying, hello?
Yeah. This is Rosie. This was back when my mother was a operator.
Oh,
so that's actually how it
worked.
And
I thought about that the other day. Do they still have operators? Because we have Google and everything, so you don't really need a operator.
Well, back then you had to keep on pressing the hang up thing, and then all of a sudden it would come up. My mother.
If you kept messing with that hang up thing, you'd pick somebody off. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, Mom, how you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm home from school."
We had a crank.
Anybody still even have a landline? Any of you guys have a landline still?
I don't have a landline.
I don't have a landline.
She recently got rid of her landline, but she doesn't know how to work a cell phone. So I told her you should just probably have stuck with the landline.
One dingy. Is this the?
I haven't had a landline in 20 years. That's insane to think about, but it's been 20 years since I've had a landline.
What was that, Bill?
I've had a cell phone.
I haven't had one in 5 years or 7 years now. I haven't watched TV in too depressing.
I haven't got a landline. I've got 50 of them.
What the hell is that?
That was hang on.
Nice keyboard.
This is another back in the day story. That is 50 telephone lines because back in the day, that whole wall there was modems where people used to dial in to get their internet off me.
Oh
my! Wow.
Yeah, and that cost $1 to have fit.
Each one had to have its own phone number, right? Yeah, each one had to have its own phone number.
And anybody in the street.
So would you kind of run like a bulletin board type thing, or
no?
Is that what it was?
A friend of mine owned an internet service provider further up north in the state, about 700 miles north. And obviously, people aren't going to dial long distance to get their internet. So back in the day, I did an apprenticeship with this person. They rang me up and said, "Ari, I've got a deal for you. Let me turn your house into a POP, a point of presence, and I'll give you all the free internet you can use." And I said, "Cool." So the next thing I know, they're running 50 telephone lines in here, and all this equipment went in. I'm a tech by trade, so I can maintain it all. And for many, many years afterwards, if anybody in the street wanted another phone line, they used to come and ask me to release one.
Yeah. Well, back in the day when the what's the name? The telephone, you put the quarter in, and back then it was
Payphones.
Well, they used to have little miniature ones that you could get in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I had me and my two other brothers, and we kept on running up the bill, calling Santa Claus and little stupid crap. They're
1-900 numbers.
Yeah. And so what we did was we woke up one day, or we came home one day on a Saturday, and she had a phone on the wall that you had to put a nickel in, and she gave us an amount of nickels during the week to make phone calls.
Nowadays, you just buy your kid a cell phone.
Hey, Jim, you're originally from the States, aren't you?
Huh?
You're originally from the States?
Yeah. Yep. I was born in Reading, Pennsylvania. Then we went to Franklin, Pennsylvania. Then I went to Salem, New Jersey. Then I went to Penns Grove. Then I went to North Carolina. Then I went to South Carolina to North Carolina, and that's where I came over here.
Well,
And that's why Australia refuses to take full responsibility for him.
I came from Coatesville, when I left PA to come out west.
Coatesville.
Yes.
They never did find a place in the United States that would let him stay.
Coatesville wasn't far away from me. Yeah.
No.
You could have came to Arkansas. We accept all.
Obviously, they accepted you.
What was that? What was that, Rodney?
I said, obviously they accepted you, didn't they?
No, I was asked to come here. Huh.
Oh, you were asked to come there by Walmart.
Oh no. No one's so prestigious.
Rodney, did you two used to live close to each other?
No, I was stationed Mare Island Naval Shipyard, where I was an instructor at, is out there in Vallejo, and I was stationed there. And I didn't realize he was from Vallejo until he went on vacation one time to go visit your dad out there. And he was flying on the Napa River across from the shipyard. So that's when I discovered he was originally from there.
Mike Kinney wants to know what you like better.
But when he was stationed there, I wasn't born. So
I like Australia better, Mike Kenny.
Well, I'm hoping to get up. I was talking to Matt last couple of days, and it's all going to depend on this whole COVID thing. But if this all works out, I'm going to start a little vacation fund for Australia next year.
You got to come over, Dennis too.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Oh, Dennis has already been there. He's been everywhere.
Tim, what brought you to Australia? I mean, don't just wake up one day and go, you know what, I'm moving to Australia.
Take a guess.
I won't let you swim in the dangerous places.
Yeah, right. Take one guess, and I bet you will get it right.
I don't know, a job?
Nah, woman.
So
a woman convinced you to move to Australia.
Yep.
Please elaborate.
I came on a 3 month.
That's as far away as he could get.
Yeah, I came.
You were getting away from the woman, so you wanted to go as far away as possible, or
no? I came over for a 3 month stay.
Okay. Hey, Bob Casey, you have a great day, buddy.
You didn't learn
And
from
that was
Gilligan,
19 years
Tim?
ago.
See you, Bob. No, what I did,
Bye,
I
Bob.
came for a 3 month stay to do piercing.
See you, Bob.
Do piercing convention because I'm a piercer.
Okay.
And something happened, and then I got another 3 month stay, and then I went for a marital visa, and then I got permanent resident.
Okay.
We had a baby.
Okay.
So now she's
That's
16 years old. Yeah, she's 16 years old now. So,
And she lives near me. I'm going to have to look her up and get all the stories about her dad.
oh, you'll ever
Share them with us, Ari.
Would have a
Yeah, I will, mate. Don't worry. Or I'll take, if she won't tell me, I'll take Luna with me, and she'll get it all out of you. You know what girls are like.
Yep. Oh, that'll be funny. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he came here for 3 months, and he's still here 19 years later, and you wonder why Australia is no longer called the lucky country.
Ari, you're pretty close to Matt, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
20 minutes drive.
how do you define close?
Okay, good. Well, guys, I'm going to pop out, and I'm actually going to try and hook up with Tropic today. And,
Take care.
Yeah, he's here. And
Cool. Tell Tropic I said hey.
yeah, we've never met before, but he's here in Sturgis, and don't know what his plans are, but he's looking for a place to fly.
I got to meet him last year at Spin Up.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get over here, Ron, and it'll be good to hook up. All
Yeah.
of us.
I really hope, it all depends on, what happens with this whole COVID. Because are you guys, I'm assuming you're not permitted to have
No.
international visitors right now?
No, we're totally locked down. Queensland is totally locked down right now.
Right.
Guys, I've got to make it a quick exit. I'm sorry. Thanks for having me and Rodney. Tim.
Ari, you're
Ron,
always welcome, brother.
See, all right.
Take care.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, because I've only got the 1 ear. Sometimes it's a bit hard to pick out what everyone's saying. And everybody in the chat, there's too many of you that's there, so I'll just say good night and I'll go and find out what the latest disaster is. God, don't you love families?
See you later, Ari.
See you,
Right.
all right.
Have a good one.
All right. Well, guys, everybody have a good day. Roosevelt, first time I had a chance to chat with you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Ron.
Yeah. And,
Hey, Ron, tell Tony I said hi as well.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
know he's in the chats, but
Yeah.
tell him anyway.
I'm gonna give. I just got this phone call. They was from Florida. I'm like, oh, spammer. 6:30 in the morning. Who the heck? It was him. So, but well, guys, have it. Hey, maybe, yeah, next Saturday morning, maybe I'll try to join you from Petersburg.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, anyhow, guys, everybody have a great day, great weekend.
See you, Ron.
Take care, Ron.
Take
All
care.
right.
See you later. See you later.
Bye bye.
That'd be good.
Right.
That'd be good to have him come over, Dennis come over, Rodney come over, everybody just come over.
Yeah, I my wife and I both want to go to Australia at some point.
Yeah.
Probably the easiest way to do that would be from China.
Yeah, it would be.
That's got to be what, a 2-3 day flight? Like you're not getting there from the States in one shot, right?
No, you don't get there in one shot.
Yeah.
5 flights took me 36 hours.
Wow.
Is that right? Yeah. From China, I think you can do it in one shot, can't you?
What are the destinations, Timmy? You probably leave from wherever to New York, and New York to over across the channel. Then from there to where? Maybe I don't know.
I went from Charlotte to Dallas, or Charlotte
Oh,
to
you're down
Dallas.
west. Okay.
Yeah, Dallas to California, California to New Zealand, New Zealand to.
Oh, you went the back way.
And then, 4 flights, but 32, I think it was 32 hours.
Wow.
It was pretty good adventure.
How was the flight across the big pond? Is it like did they do a lot of movies and stuff like that to keep you guys entertained or?
Well, what happened was I was on a flight with about 15 college students, and they were all drinking and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it was a long flight, so we all got smashed, and we just fell asleep and woke up in Auckland. It was pretty good, but good people, very good people.
So California to New Jersey or to New Zealand, you said?
Yeah, to Auckland. And at the time, we couldn't get off the plane and roam around Auckland because I had like a 10-hour stay, but it was during the war, and yeah, all the security was going off and you couldn't get out of the airport.
Wow, that's almost there. That seems like a really long flight.
Very long flight.
Wow.
And
It's 14 hours. It takes 14 hours approximately to get from from Atlanta to Shanghai.
Okay. Well, then I had to go from Auckland to Brisbane, and that was another 3 hours. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah. And then she met me outside when I came out of customs. I was the last one out of customs because of I had a picture frame I was bringing over, and it was organic. And they held it, and they held me for questioning. I was the last one out of customs. I was like, oh my
So
God.
what is this painting made out of?
No, it was just a picture. The frame was organic, so that's why they kept me for a little while.
Like wood? Isn't wood organic?
It was just wood.
Is this wood or is this something else?
And then the bloke, he shook my hand and said, "Have a good day." And yeah,
we'll be watching you.
it was a good day, but because I came out, met her, she cried, I cried, and all blah blah blah. I met all the children, and yeah, it was good, really good. Long time ago. The wood.
Mela, that's like the Beatles when they were interviewed their first press conference in the United States. They said, "How do you find the United States?" They said, "Turn left at Greenland."
It would have been a quicker flight, but it was a little bit more expensive if I went up and over. So, like you're saying, it would be a lot quicker, I reckon. 2 flights maybe, or a straight flight. Oh man.
All right, guys. I think we're going to call this one.
All right.
Yeah, time for Rodney to take his nap.
Always fun.
I don't need a nap, youngster.
All right.
Watch it. I might just come to Arkansas and kick your butt.
Can you find me though?
I don't know.
Got GPS.
I know where Benton is. Aren't you?
Where in Benton though?
I'll figure it out. I'll check every Walmart in the city.
What did he say? Walmart 86, right? Is that what you said?
No.
Walmart 86.
It's in this live stream, Rodney. All we have to do is just go back and watch the live stream.
Okay.
He made a big mistake.
You want to go with me, Dennis?
I'll go with you.
Okay.
You don't need backup.
I'll come by and pick you up.
I'll just make sure to get a hold of the governor and tell him to close the borders.
But wait a minute. I thought you said Arkansas accepts everyone.
Yeah.
Darn.
2 mistakes in one broadcast.
Yeah. Wow, man. Wow.
Oh well, looks like I'm caught.
You are at that. All right, my friends. You all have a great day, man.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Right.
This was fun.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks so much, Rodney.
Take care.
Bye, Ron. Bye, Dennis. Bye,
Bye.
Tim. Everybody in the chat. You all have a great day. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And like I said, you have a great day. Have a good weekend, and y'all take care. Love y'all. Bye.